In the year 1865, the United States was still torn by a great civil war, a war that was to shape the country's destiny for generations to come. The entire nation, from the Canadian border to the Gulf of Mexico, from the Atlantic to the Rockies, was a seething cauldron of bitter, relentless struggle. Brother against brother, father against son. In the foothills of Missouri and on the rolling plains of Kansas. At the head of one troop of Confederate cavalry rode Wild Bill Tolliver. Opposing him, on the northern side, was his friend, Major Stacy Roberts. In the midst of the terror and confusion that reigned over the land, a new foe arose, enemy of North and South alike, vultures who fattened on the misery of both soldiers and civilians, guerrillas, bands of renegade raiders who preyed like jackals on defenseless villages and the long supply lines of the contending armies. One such band was led by the notorious Jonathan Kincaid, whose name struck terror into the countryside and whose men were hunted by Union and Confederate alike. But all wars must end, and on April 9, 1865, peace came to America.
No, keep it. The war's over.
Thanks.
Will you have a chair, Bill?
A lot of things have happened since we were at West Point.
Yeah, you and your boys have caused me a lot of worry in the last 3-4 years.
Much as I hate to admit it, you fellas bothered me a little, too.
Well, that's all behind us now. Bill, I've got a proposition to make. I'm being transferred to the territory of New Mexico to police the country and make it safe for the settlers that'll be flocking in. How about coming along with me?
No, I can't do it as much as I appreciate your offer.
You've got your reasons, I suppose.
Yes, my dad. He went prospecting out west before the war. And all the confusion we've been going through, I've lost track of him. I've got to find him.
Well, good luck.
Same to you, Stacy.
You know, we've traveled farther and seen less. Why don't we stop and rest a while?
Sounds good to me.
You all right?
Sure is peaceful. Yes, sir. It's plumb restful.
Yep.
I bet you I could knock the hind leg off a fly at 50 paces with my old slingshot.
You couldn't even hit your big toe with that thing.
Is that so? See that blue jay on that limb yonder? Well, you watch.
All right.
Oh, 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 oh!
Well, sir, I apologize. You're a better shot than I thought you were.
I had my wrong eye closed.
Uh-huh. Hey, Missouri, those odds are a little uneven, aren't they?
Yes, you think we ought to...
Do something about it? You bet.
Presidente, what is he? Oh.
you get them?
They wouldn't wait.
We're reporting this to the marshal at Canyon City.
Quick work, mister. It's Doc Williams' rig. He must have had an accident.
Accident nothing. The raiders got him, too.
The raiders or something worse that we don't know about?
Yeah, why don't you do something?
Now, folks, don't get wrought up.
Brought up? It's time someone got wrought up. People taken from stagecoaches, others from the ranches. Last night, Jim Coulter taken from his home at the end of a rope, and now Doc Williams is yanked out of his rig and vanishes into thin air.
Well, I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this thing, folks. Rance, take care of the rig.
Oh, Marshal. I'm afraid I have some more bad news for you.
Well, come into my office. You might as well come along, too. Did they get him?
Unfortunately, they did. We took a hand, but they got away. He'd lived long enough to say just 2 words. Presidente Juarez. Oh, I found this on him.
Eduardo Ramos.
He was a representative of Benito Juarez, the legal president of Mexico. This is bad business, Marshal.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing this to my attention.
That's all right. Now maybe you can do something for me. Do you happen to know a man by the name of Henry Tolliver?
Any kin of yours?
My dad.
Your dad was the first one to disappear. Since then, men ride out. We never see them again.
I hope you're wrong. Maybe he's out prospecting.
No, he used to buy his supplies at Cold Store regular. Then he quit coming. I rode by his cabin not long ago, and it hasn't been occupied for months. Folks are talking about leaving this town, say it's cursed. What we need is soldiers, Tolliver.
Well, thanks, gentlemen, for your information. Can you direct me to my dad's cabin?
Yeah. You're right out the road 3 miles south. Take the left fork. It's the first cabin you see. Better be mighty careful, son. You might be the next one.
Thanks.
You needn't worry about Captain Bill. I'm always with him.
For the Empire.
Well?
We took care of Ramos, but we had a little trouble.
Soldiers?
No, 2 strangers dealt themselves in.
What about the girl who was with Ramos, Consuelo Ramirez?
Ramos was alone.
You must stop that girl, Kincaid. Consuelo Ramirez is Juarez's most trusted agent. If she's with Ramos, she's coming by stage, and she's carrying gold to buy guns and ammunition for Juarez troops.
Carter, intercept that stagecoach. Bring the Ramirez girl and the money she's carrying here. And Carter, don't miss this time. There's one point that must be settled, Engler. Will the Emperor Maximilian meet my demands if I help him wipe out Juarez?
Don't concern yourself with the Emperor. Your dealings are with me, and the price you ask is agreeable. Benito Juarez has his back to the wall. When the time is ripe, you and your secret army will then...
I know. Stab him in the back.
Well, I'm mighty glad to see you folks are all right.
Our thanks, Senora.
Tolliver, the bandits must have thought the stage was carrying heavy mail to make a raid in daylight.
Oh, they weren't after the mail, Senor. They were after money I'm carrying to my hacienda. Consuelo, you talk too much.
This is Missouri Benson, Miss,
I'm Consuelo Ramirez, and this is Doña Maria Vargas.
Howdy, ma'am.
As long as you're carrying valuables, Miss Ramirez, we'd better take you to your hacienda.
Oh, gracias, Senor.
Muy agradecida, señor.
You let the Ramirez girl slip through your hands, and you didn't get the gold she was carrying.
Your stupidity may make it possible for Juarez to get guns and ammunition.
It wasn't all my fault. I've always followed your orders, you know that. No.
I got the information you want. It was Wild Bill Tolliver and Missouri Benson that got the stage.
Tolliver?
Yeah, the fellow that made it so tough for us back in Kansas. He and the girl headed for Ramirez Ranch.
General Garcia was supposed to meet her there to pick up the money.
Then the ranch is the place to strike. And this time there'll be no bump.
That is the picture, senores. Juarez is the flickering flame of liberty in Mexico. If he lives, that flame will become a great bonfire that will sweep southward from the Rio Grande and wipe out foreign tyrants and invaders.
You are a man of much silence, Senor Missouri.
I found out a way back. I never could drink and talk at the same time.
Oh.
We have some fine old brandy. I think you'd enjoy it.
Oh, no, thanks. I don't.
We'll only be a few minutes. Maria, come with me.
Hold it right there, mister.
Oh, no. This is General Garcia, one of President Juarez's most trusted advisors.
Oh, my apologies, sir.
It is a consequence, senor. Consuelo, our meeting. The gentlemen, do they...
Oh, allow me to present Senor Tolliver
General?
and Senor Benson.
In California, this will buy much-needed arms and other supplies.
On the hill, a band of horsemen.
Blow out the lights.
Give me that hat and cape.
Smoke them out.
After they follow me, you can leave.
Oh, Captain.
Keep them busy till I get to my horse.
This way, senor.
There's the man we want.
This is working out better than we thought, Butler. He's heading for the canyon. You men keep after him. We'll take the cutoff and be ready for him.
What about the gold?
It won't be hurt. Who now can pierce the mystery of the vanishing men? Don't fail to see The Mystery of Ghost Town, Chapter 2 of the Ballet of Vanishing Men, at this theater next week.